Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another HPowers 3 replay. So on bottom right side as the blue Ottomans, we have ghostdog911. Spawn top left side as the red Spanish, we have GeneralSpades. On this map, when it comes to natives, we got goats. And that's it. There are no natives on this map other than the local goats. Of course, they are the goat, but they can be quite stubborn, but both players do start off a free Duber the pet monkey, which can be very helpful. Have a pet monkey. Trading post going on up. I've got this trading post being built out as well. No deck selected just yet, nor here as well. Got the town bell really ringing. Uber can help corral these goats back home. And if you find enough goats, it may actually be worth to go for a livestock pen. Our shipment of villagers now being deployed on out. Alright, does find some goats and some local kitty cats. He also has his war dog, Pablo. Pablo's being ripped apart. Dog down, you monster. It's supposed to be a dog-eat-dog world, not a cat-eat-dog world. And he does snipe that one tiger and will take their spruce trees. Probably should have let his explorer engage the cats and so Pablo can help him out and not get picked off like that. Plus, there's always Duber as well, unless he's already lost Duber. Not send the goats home either. In fact, I think he's already lost Duber. So, looks like Red does a pretty bad job of keeping his pets alive. Just like most people with a goldfish. And plants such as cactus. Because you always forget to water your cactus. Now I got the age up of the quartermaster. Bringing a shipment of wood here. I haven't really covered the decks, but got a shipment of wood. That's probably not worth it. It's probably better to cancel that, go for a bigger shipment. We got villagers, 300 wood, villagers, wood, coin, Azaps, Janissaries, delis, frontier defenses, spice trade, wood, coin, Janissaries, Nazim Fusiliers, Indian schools, Sipahi, Albus guns, Royal mint, refrigeration, Sipahi, Albus guns, factory. For Spanish, we do have the Logistician, which he can improve his initial crates with this. We got villagers, food, wood, conquistador, advanced market, villagers, coin, pikemen, Kirko tactics, transform your pikemen to rodialos, archaic infantry hit points, rodialos, hand cavalry attack, reconquista, which does give him ships one conquistador for each 3 archaic infantry who lost this game with a maximum of 10. Advanced arsenal, House of Tramesia, Marvelous Year, Rodialos, Cavalry Combat, Lancers, Calabros, Vulcanets, Spanish Gold, Factory. Going for his age up. Hopefully he has this timed out well, because it looks like that's being built, being shipped in faster than this is aging up. Let's see if he timed it out well. Yep, he looks like times out pretty well. It also immediately adds in resources to your inventory. You can see here, it ships in... Just again puts the following supplies in your disposal. Plus 300 wood, which is the base. It says into your inventory as well, so no need to take time to collect it up. Also adds in 150 food, 100 wood, and 75 coin. So if you use the base... as well as compared to the 700 resources, this does add a grand total of 50 plus 300, so 550. Seems a little bit weaker than the 700s. Of course, you don't have to take time to collect it up, so it does give you a bit of extra money there. And Spanish shipments are cheaper and experience-wise than other civilizations, so it's able to really get the income coming on in. Got 2 barracks here. He's going for a mass number of pikemen and crossbowmen. Going for archaic stuff. If he loses a lot, he can always get the Reconquista. And if he doesn't need his pikemen anymore, he can always transform the Rodialos later. Blue's going for this trading post. Red may spot this. Red does not spot it. More Janissaries being deployed on out, so he's going straight for Janissaries. Crossbows are a counter, but not really a hard counter, more of a soft counter, honestly. Delis gain some damage. Delis do hit faster than normal heavy cav. You will lose a villager there. And does not take out one more shot there to take out that deli. We also got a proxy barracks there, so Red's going to charge his opponent's base. Both players are eyeing for a base race. Or not necessarily a base race just yet. Janissaries are here. Janissaries have much better melee damage than pikemen. Of course, pikemen have pretty good torch damage. Going straight for the villagers now. Now the Janissaries falling back. Got the crossbows engaging more pikemen here. Let's follow those Janissaries now. Pikemen do draw some fire there. You may want to go into the formation that reduces their range damage. Militia here. They do bonus damage for heavy infantry such as pikemen. More crossbows being put on the field. You start building the Reconquista. You need to one conquistador for each archaic, so he needs to lose 30 archaic units to get 10 conquistadors. Crossbows is still engaging, got the militia here. Janissaries is gonna go one down, got more Janissaries here, so bringing a shipment of Rodialos. Rodialos are heavy infantry, so the militia will do bonus damage to them. The militia should be down to 0 health. Azaps are a heavy infantry as well, not a light infantry, so they will take bonus damage to the crossbows. Crossbows, like I said, are more of a soft counter. They only have plus 25% damage. Villager getting hit there. And he does not have any more. He needs those pikemen, and Rodialos are, of course, faster, heavy infantry units, a bit more effective against those. Or easy to hunt down the delis. All the delis do go down. The conquistadors do also have a little bit of AoE to go with them, so they wouldn't be half bad unit to help engage all these heavy infantry units. Azaps do bonus damage versus light cavalry at range, so you gotta be very careful about them. Go for his own musketeers, but right now he's low of income. He's still building villagers. He's bringing the conquistadors, going for a 9 out of 10. I'll rate that as a 9 out of 10. Barracks going down, so he will be losing this infrastructure. So he's going for another barracks back here. Going for more crossbows. You may want to eye for more standard musketeers. I think musketeers will generally be better than crossbows, because after all, crossbows, they do offer a bit more range. Mixing of musketeers and crossbows wouldn't be half bad. Crossbows right now damage would be 20. Musketeers damage is what, 23? And of course, crossbows are cheap at 80. They have also good range, but mixing crossbows with musketeers will probably be very useful. Musketeers can be a good frontline, healthier, and more cost-effective, while the crossbows being in the back, providing some good fire support for the price. Blue is getting overran by all these forces. He does have the Conquistadors. They have one AoE. These guys are very stacked up. They just have to focus them down. And a little bit AoE is very useful. And plus, they are a light cavalry, so they will be able to protect his crossbows from any of the delis. Going for around the walls there. Going for... Or just more Janissaries is probably a good idea. Obelisk guns may not be half bad as well. They're light infantry. They'll do great against the Conquistadors. Going for around delis, which is not going to be great against the Conquistadors. -3 damage versus heavy cap, 18 damage. A little bit AoE. Oh, look, they do 50% less damage versus villagers, I think. Yeah, that's about the same for light cavalry, isn't it? I don't know why I had a memory lapse of what is actually the light cavalry anti-villager damage. Or a lack of anti-villager damage. So I take out the trading post. You may want to go... No, it doesn't have a shim of food. You go for the frontier defenses. I say let the trading post go down. He doesn't really have a... his army's decent, but maybe not enough. Pikemen are here, which helps keep the delis at bay. You'll get some free shots on the Conquistadors. Doesn't look like there's any more Rodiatos remaining. Conquistadors engage in delis very, very handily. And the pikemen as well never hurts. And yeah, it looks like Blue's armor is just simply not enough here. If you want to lose a trading post and you don't have lords of army, just let the trading post go down. It will buy you some time to build up more units. Conquistadors don't really have high health at this age either. But I can't deny that they are doing pretty good, to say the least. And seeing you basically got 10 of them for one shipment, that's pretty good card value. Plus they have 0 population cost because they're a native unit. The native Spanish. Towns that are firing away, it's going to take time to force the stuff down. Conquistadors have, of course, really bad siege damage like any light infantry unit. Same with crossbows, they have even worse as being a light unit. But pikemen, what few he has here, the 2 of them, offer decent torch damage. Approaching half of the torch damage there in the entire formation, honestly. Got more pikemen below on the field. It's going to either be force of building destruction, more crossbows as well. Oh, we've got some Janissaries here getting picked apart by these forces. More pikemen been deployed field. We got now the frontier defenses, which would not hurt. The Ottoman player, yeah, aging up would be very useful to get out some more of the advanced units. Falconets could be very useful. And maybe the Grenadier, the H2 Grenadiers wouldn't hurt as well. Don't really deploy you're going to lose the walls pretty quickly. The outposts, they will just disintegrate. It's best to put it back here next to town center to protect your town center rather than trying to protect your stable/walls. Because right now that outpost will go down probably before it even gets built if this one really wants to kill it. The marksman now being researched should give him a number of obelisk guns, right? French player maybe trying to age up. I'm not sure what he's planning, other than just micro. Good damage there. Micro's Janissaries. Sipahi. There's just too many pikemen. The conquistadors. He has too much anti-cavalry bringing the Sipahi. He needs excuse me, definitely needs falconets, but it looks like Reg's going to overrun him. Bring around Janissaries. He doesn't have enough wood for artillery foundry. He's also at the villager cap as well, so he can't deploy more villagers. There's Age Up, there's obelisk guns, get a good volley on that pikeman. There's Janissaries as well. Obelisk guns, of course, are a light infantry unit. That's bringing a shipment of Nazim Fusiliers. They're a good unit, but simply way outnumbered at the moment. Spanish player could just eye for more pikemen for siege damage. His explorers here as well, so she could perhaps deploy out some hunting for war dogs. Pikemen back there. Town center will be shortly torched. That's Nazim Fusiliers. They're a good infantry unit, heavy infantry unit. They do bonus damage against infantry in this formation at range. Very useful taking those pikemen. Town center could be saved here. Pikemen or crossbows still trying to torch it down. He's trying to scrape the paw on the barrel, and looks like he will save the town center. Got more forces back here. The pikemen back here could have been very useful. He's getting close. Oh, 4 health remaining. Would it be useful? Would it be worth it to try to charge forward to destroy it? He needs that auto repair. He cannot let that stand, or else his opponent will make it sure it doesn't stand. It's getting repaired up now. And with that defense, the Ottoman player is in a very, very good position. The Spanish player was cutting his villager production, so both players have similar villager numbers. And those pikemen will get ripped apart by the Nazim Fusiliers. Of course, he only can build up to 20 of them. Bring a shipment of Janissaries. Now he's able to get more advanced shipments compared to his opponent. His opponent has... a lot less than expected. Has a round of Hussars, which is generally not very good against the Ottomans. After all their infantry is heavy infantry. All their infantry is good against cavalry in melee and or at range. So I don't think Hussars are going to be a good option against the Ottomans, unless he's going to use a handful of them to engage any sort of siege weapon he may encounter, which he is not. He does find another goat somewhere. The goat has been found, nearly fully fattened. Now got secondary towns that are being employed on out. Spanish villagers will go on down here. And he's gonna let them all go. And in return, he does find some villagers down here. Rodialo's not been pulling field. Rodialos, I don't really have high value in Rodialos. Their melee damage is not really that great. 11 melee damage. They do cost 100, same as a musketeer. But musketeers have 12 base melee damage at the same base cost of 100 resources. So Rodialos, a dedicated melee unit, is weaker than the standard musketeer. Not to mention, Janissaries are even better, have 18 damage. And so they will beat Rodialos no problem melee combat. Plus right now, there's also a big veterancy difference between the two. They do have 40% melee resist, which is nice. Nazine Fusiliers do offer a good amount of health as well. They do also have 18 melee damage, so Rodialos will not beat against these forces. He can do a bit of micro to keep their range and let them get some free shots on in, but he should not hesitate to engage Rodialos or pikemen in melee. Pikemen also do have really poor melee damage at 8. These forces will be overwhelmed with sheer numbers. Crossbowmen, while not really good hard counter to heavy infantry, they do decent enough damage. And these horses simply got overwhelmed with sheer numbers. More crossbows, more Rodialos been pulling the field. His opponent does not have archaic infantry hit points. Got some pikemen here. More Rodialos not being put in the field. Going for a shipment of food, which will give him food and other resources. What the Spanish player could have done as well, he could have really pumped out pikemen to transform the Rodialos, because that will give him a 20 plus resource value per pikeman to Rodialo. Albeit, in order to make that worth its while, that you got to transfer a lot, especially compared to these resource crates. I mean, this is what was it, 600 something resources? It was 625 resources. In order to make this less effective than this in sort of resource gain, you have to transform 5, 15. See, 5 transforming 5 is 100, so 600 would be 30 plus 1, so 31 units to gain increased value from this compared to this. You need to transform 31. That's actually quite a bit of a tall order. And you do get a bit of a good increase of stats, but in raw resources, it's quite a bit to transform. And it's one reason why I think Rodialos should just be reworked. As very little situations, it's super useful. They do offer good speed, that's their primary benefit. They're a fast heavy infantry unit. But even then, compared to Hussars, which the Spanish can deploy on the field, and other shock infantry, they don't match the speed. Nor do they really match the damage against villagers as well. Like, coyote runners are a little bit more effective. They have like a base damage of like 12 as opposed to 11. Either way, delis will have trouble versus either unit. Janissaries flanking around. There's a good number of crossbows they're running too. And they do have quite a bit of good support here. Eichmann needs to engage these delis. Rodialo's shouldn't be afraid to hit anything. The bonus damage against cavalry is not too great. We also got cavalry archers here, which is not that great of an option at this point in time, honestly. Cavalry archers are a light cavalry unit. Rodialos are heavy, so in this case, they won't receive bonus damage from the cavalry archers, which is bonus for hand shock. But they are mobile, and of course they are a H3 unit versus H2 units, which is very important. There's H3. He doesn't have H3 units until we actually get the veteran research. And Red does back the game now. As Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.